Have you ever considered why pride is considered a sin in the Old Testament? This question may have crossed your minds, and rightfully so. Pride, as defined in the Bible, has a complex connotation. It's often referred to as a sin, with specific passages highlighting its destructive nature. One such passage, Proverbs 16:18, eloquently states, "Pride goes before destruction, a haughty spirit before a fall." Now, let's delve deeper into the philosophical and psychological implications of this statement. Pride, when it spirals out of control, morphs into a dangerous form of self-love, often leading to selfishness, arrogance, and a diminished sense of empathy. It makes us blind to our own flaws and deaf to the wisdom of others. It pulls us into a vortex of self-centeredness, from which escape becomes increasingly challenging. So, pride, in its extreme, can lead us astray. But what about the ego? Isn't that the same thing? While pride and ego may seem similar, there are key differences that set them apart. From a psychological perspective, pride is often associated with a sense of accomplishment, a feeling that swells within us when we've done something noteworthy. On the other hand, ego is tied to our self-worth and self-identity. It's that part of us that says, "I am," and is essential for our self-confidence and self-esteem. Philosophical and psychological texts give us deeper insights into these concepts. For instance, philosophers like Immanuel Kant suggest that while pride can be a motivator for achievement, it becomes harmful when it leads to arrogance or a disregard for others. Meanwhile, psychologists like Abraham Maslow argue that a healthy ego is crucial for self-actualization, the highest level of his hierarchy of needs. In essence, pride and ego are two sides of the same coin, both playing pivotal roles in our lives. So, while pride and ego have their similarities, they also have distinct differences, especially in their effects on the human heart. Now that we've distinguished between pride and ego, let's delve into the effects of pride on the human heart. You see, excessive pride can often lead to a hardened heart. Picture a wall, built brick by brick, each brick representing an instance of unbridled pride. This wall makes it increasingly difficult for individuals to empathize with others. It becomes a barrier to understanding, a hurdle in acknowledging one's own faults. Consequently, this can spiral into a sense of isolation, a lack of genuine relationships. After all, connection thrives on vulnerability, and pride often masks that vulnerability. Now, this isn't to demonize pride entirely. Like many things in life, balance is key. A healthy balance of pride and humility can pave the way for emotional and psychological well-being, fostering a heart that's open and a mind that's receptive. In conclusion, while pride and ego are part of the human experience, it's important to keep them in check to maintain a healthy heart and mind.